Hey everyone, and welcome to my first video of 2023. I truly hope you had a wonderful holiday break and enjoyed time with loved ones and those close to you. Our first video this year is going to cover my picks for the top 10 infantry mods that have come out recently. There are, of course, way more than 10 great infantry mods that have released, and there's probably more than 10 that release every single day, but these are some that have stuck out the most to me recently, so I wanted to share them with you. If you have some that you feel deserve some spotlight, throw them in the comments below and let other viewers know what's great about them. As always, if you like this content, go ahead and drop a JDAM on that subscribe button and hit the bell icon while you're there to keep up with all the newest videos I put out. With that, let's get right into the top infantry mods of January 2023. At number 10 is Laffing Lizard in the Bush S&S gear reskin for African Bush Wars by Meloncat. This mod is a very recent addition to the workshop, and not only is its workshop picture fucking hilarious, the uniforms available are beautifully textured. There's a ton in this pack, but some of the standout patterns are the Rhodesian brushstroke, the Portuguese lizard, and Tanzanian DPM. Melon stated that he went for a verisimilitude look rather than trying to make it exactly like pictures featured online in real life. This enabled him to make the gear he wanted to make, which in my opinion is exactly how modding should be, making something that is enjoyable and functional rather than stressing on the perfection aspect. The main awesome feature of this mod, other than the beautiful Bush War uniforms, is that this does not require any creator DLC to use. Melon wanted to create as few dependencies as possible so the widest range of people could enjoy it, and I think he nailed it. These uniforms are beautiful and blend in amazingly on maps like NIArms. At number 9, we've got SAP Specialized Armor Pack by Moose. This mod adds a few modern minimalist style plate carriers that are becoming more and more popular with the soft community as well as MILSIM units worldwide. The mod is still a work in progress, but it's definitely one worth looking into if you're wanting some minimalist soft style gear in your rotation, though it should be noted that the vests were designed to fit best with the AAF style combat uniform that is included in the Arma 3 vanilla game, and you may run into clipping issues with other types of uniforms, so you'll have to plug and play. Personally, I love the AAF combat uniform and most of their gear, period, so for me, this is a win. It's almost like an addition to the vanilla gear list since it works so well with the AAF gear. Another awesome mod to pair this with is also included in this video, Ample Camo Pack by Seb. It has a ton of variants of the AAF uniform, including an OCP and MTP combat uniform. At number 8 is RHS USMC S&S version by Hassam Al-Moradi. It's really great to see so many new mods being built off the outstanding framework that the S&S team has built, because these uniforms are hands down some of the best you'll get your hands on in the workshop. The mod includes a rework of the RHS USMC Marpat design, and I'm all for it because I personally felt the base RHS uniform was a little on the bright side. This dims down the brightness a bit and helps the uniform blend in more uniformly across more modded terrains. Takistan has always been a crowd favorite, and it works beautifully there as well as other beautiful terrains like Lithium. If you're a Marine Corps centric MILSIM unit, or you just love the Corps because they're the angry devil dogs America has always needed them to be, I highly encourage you to check out this mod. At number 7, we've got GX Barrett M82A2 by GANX. This is GANX's first ever mod as stated on his page, and I'm pretty blown away with how well this one turned out. We've not seen, or at least I haven't seen, any over-the-shoulder variant of the Barrett 50 cal. This was a prototype variant designed to be an anti-helicopter weapon, which as an avid helicopter pilot in Arma 3, I would be pretty hesitant to fly too low knowing these sumbitches were out there running around. As an anti-helo weapon in Arma 3, these work particularly well against low-flying helos, so if you're lacking any guided man pads, but have one of these suckers handy in the back of your IFV, bust it out and start knocking out helos out of the sky. At number 6 is Simunition by Silence, Stevio UK, Zello, and Major Eagle. Now, I've covered a piece of this mod previously in an older video when it's first released, but since then they've added blank firing adapters and have added some quality of life improvements to the mod, including the ability to adjust how many rubber rounds it takes to knock out an NPC. As you can see, the rubber rounds do well to stun and knock out the enemy without killing them, though I don't recommend confusing these magazines in an actual firefight. They've also created a training grenades mod separate from their magazines and attachments mods, so in essence there are actually 4 mods, including their core mod, which is required for functionality. They are super lightweight mods, as well as in size at just about 100 megabytes total. Completely worth it if you want to create a training environment within your units without actually having to respawn and constantly deal with the bodies piling up on your server. At number 5 is Project America Limestone, Florida, USA. Now, yes, this is a terrain rather than a gear or weapon mod, but this map was made specifically with infantry combat in mind. Project America aims to make some of the most realistic American terrains, and I think they nailed it with this one because it definitely checks a few of those Floridian boxes with things like fish mailboxes and used up old tractors laying around near rundown residential areas. As I mentioned, this map is relatively small with no actual military locations or bases nearby to work out of, so you'll need to get creative when it comes to your base of operations. The combat here will be house to house and street to street, but if you ever wanted to get into a firefight in a trailer park, well, now you get to. At number 4 is the Memeistry of Drip Virtus Body Armor by Blaze and Jack 304. I've always loved my British brothers and sisters in arms and their gear, and I'm really happy to see more and more British Armed Forces gear pop up in the workshop. The MILSIM community is alive and well in the UK, and this mod is sure to make the rounds through those units. The Virtus system is part of a newer defense acquisition program aimed at replacing the older body armor system used during much of Operation Enduring Freedom and Inherent Resolve by British Armed Forces. This gear is supposed to be lighter and more ergonomically form-fitting to help the immense back pain and spinal issues infantry experience over years of foot patrols carrying anywhere from 50 to 75 plus pounds of additional kit, not including their weapon. The vests look really good in game, and you can tell these guys have a keen eye for detail. If you're into British gear, then go ahead and snag this one. At number 3, we've got Ample Camo Pack Lite by Seb. I have no fucking idea why he put the word light in the title because this sumbitch is still 8 gigs in size. But what you get for that 8 gigs of space is more uniform and gear combinations than you'll know what to do with. For those of you that like to play Combat MILSIM Barbie in the virtual arsenal, 1, you should probably cover yourself because you're no doubt erect right now, and 2, this is exactly the mod you're looking for. It's got more than just uniforms, but tons of new camo objects for your face as well as your helmet and backpack slots. I highly recommend downloading the mod Arsenal Search by Polpox because holy shit, you're gonna need it for hunting down all the items in this mod. At number 2 is After Eastwind 2035 Fast Helmets by Ayanasa. Now, I'm a simple man. If I see an F-16, titties, or After Eastwind, I hit like, and it's that simple. After Eastwind is one of my favorite factions mods to date, and this mod includes some beautifully skinned fast helmets meant for special operations forces within After Eastwind. As infantry gear becomes more and more minimalist, mods tend to follow. These fit in perfectly with the base game, but also look amazing alongside other gear mods like RHS, and especially other vanilla-centric mods like Arma 3 Aegis. Look, let's be honest, After Eastwind could post a mod of a turd and I would comment based immediately, so you know where I stand on this one. And finally, at number 1 is NIArms Scar Rifles by Still Trans Rights. Everyone knows the Scar, especially if you played Arma 2 because they threw a Mark 17 in your hands as soon as you spawned in. The Scar comes in 4 calibers, with the variant gaining the most notoriety being the 7.62 that would eventually be selected and fielded by US Special Operations Command. In total, this mod has an incredible 89 distinct types of Scar for the player to choose from, be it certain barrel length, caliber, or type of weapon designation. The Scar platform was expanded on greatly by the FN Hostal of Belgium and includes a lengthened DMR variant that I find incredible, personally. If I'm going to be rolling around on the ground, I'm going to be the guy with the DMR. The weapon sounds beefy and heavy, as it should. The weapon model itself is gorgeous and is absolute joy to look at. as are all of the weapons forged by this amazing creator. With 89 total combinations of the weapon available with this mod, you're going to be busy playing Combat Barbie and testing out all the possibilities in the editor. Well guys, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much again for joining me on the first video of 2023. I can feel already that it is going to be a great year for Arma 3 content. If you had some mods pop up recently that you enjoyed and you think they deserve some love, leave them in the comments section and I'll check them out. As always, I wanted to say a very humble thank you to my amazing patrons for their support. If you feel like joining these fucking legends, a link is in the description below. And of course, I want to thank you, the viewer, for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing. We're fresh into the new year, and I could tell a ton of amazing mods are well on their way. Thank you all again for your time and for watching, and I will see you in the next video.